after one day of all that spending, I felt out of control, and yeah, I just needed to bring things in. You are witnessing my journey from broken clueless to richer and wiser. Hi guys, thanks for clicking on another video. This is Charlotte from Big Girl Budgets. My channel is all about cash stuffing, cash budgeting and getting on a debt-free journey. I make videos on cash stuffings, weekly check-ins, budget with me's, some arts and crafts relating to budgeting. So if any of that is of any interest to you, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm very grateful for the amount of subscribers I have at the moment. As it stands, I have 399. I'm really chuffed with that, so thank you. So today I'm doing a little bit of an end of week, sort of middle end of week check-in. My week doesn't end until Thursday, my budget week. It is currently Wednesday and I am struggling, so I'm doing a quick check-in just to keep myself on track. It's so tempting just to take my money and go and have a spend up. I'm off work at the moment. I haven't been particularly well. My mental health hasn't been great. We've had a lot of things going on, and it's just all kind of got to me a bit really. So I'm just trying not to let this get out of control. So what I've done is done what I said I was going to do in an earlier video, that I'm going to track my spending. So I tracked from the first. I had a lot of expenses. We had an unexpected trip up to Lancashire. We're in Hampshire. It takes quite a long time to get there. With the dog, it takes about 5 hours because we need to stop and walk the dog. And I had both the children in the car as well. My dad did the driving, so I provided the snacks. I had quite a lot of money go out. When I do my sinking funds check-in at the end of this pay period, I'll be surprised if my sinking funds amount has gone up at all, despite adding into it, because it's been so spendy. But it's been Christmas and New Year, so what can we expect? So I spent £7.60 in cash from the food envelope on travel snacks, then a further £14.70 on travel snacks from the food envelope. I added to the food envelope, by the way, from our days out envelope, because I knew I wasn't prepared for this because it was unexpected. I'm still very new to cash stuffing. I've only been doing it a couple of months and I haven't got reserves for unexpected trips yet. I then spent £6.47 in cash, and that was for my spending envelope, and that was for toiletries and pain relief. Then yesterday, on Tuesday, I spent loads. Where my mum is away, so anyone who doesn't know me, my mum, my dad and my two teenage children, my dog and my cat, all live together. We've lived together for about 6 years. I'm a single parent. We chose a house together. It's not like I moved back home. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. We chose a house together, starting new life together, because things were tough. So we decided to sort of like move in together. So my mum's away at the moment because my granddad's very poorly in hospital in Lancashire. So it's just me and my dad in charge of the household. He's working, I'm off work at the moment. So I am in charge of getting all of the stuff. I normally pay a contribution towards food and then buy top-ups and milk and bread and stuff like that. But I'm kind of paying more than I would normally at the moment. So I spent £32.44 on my card for dog and cat food. So that's a bulk amount. That is 2 weeks worth for both the animals. I then spent for my treat envelope, that was birthday money, £12.98 on some lovely bed covers. So I paid it on my card, but I put that money back to bank. In cash from the school envelope, I bought some school supplies for my youngest, who is at home schooling at the moment, and that came to £33.50. The rest of that I've put back to bank into my school and college pot in Starling. So you'll notice that my school envelope will be empty next time I go through my sinking funds. I spent £4 in cash on myself from the spending envelope, a pen and notebook. That's this pen here. I kept seeing people have these pens, so I was like, I want one of those pens. I spent £2 from cash on parking, and then £38.40 in cash, and I used the food that was left over from the weekend and fuel envelopes to cover that, because like I said, it's just me in charge of the shopping and the cooking at the moment. Today I have to take the dog to the vets because he started limping, so I expect a bill for that, and postage because there's a couple of things I need to post today. So I expect those two things to go out. Other than that, I don't want to spend anything, and I'd really like to have a no spend day on Thursday. My goal was to have 3 no spend days this week. We're running out of week, so I better get cracking with that. So that was my spending. Now I had a bit of paper that I just peeled off and put somewhere. Where did I put it? I found a bit of paper. Okay, so obviously I'm over budget. Using my card for things is a bit risky always, because I work everything out for my spending to be in cash. So I have 563 left to come out. So that is all of my bills that are yet to come out, plus 2 weeks of my spending money. There's 2 weeks left of this budget cycle. Available to me is 575.50 pence. I have 383 in my bank account. That is split between my main Starling account and then my bills pot. And then in cash, I currently have £193.50. That's not including what's already been budgeted. That is unallocated, so this is good. There is obviously a difference here. I worked it out of £12.50. So I'm going to come in with £12.50 to spare. But we still have to go to the vet, and I still have to buy postage. So this may end up being a call to my mum and dad. I've got the money to pay for it now, but I may need them to reimburse me. Even if it's just half, it's going to help. It might be that I have to cut down on what I am allocating myself for spending cash stuffing, next week and the week after. I do still owe myself £15 from the overspending when we were on holiday, but I think I've just shown myself here that my budget can actually, as it stands, my budget can swallow that up. I've got a slight cushion there. Now, in some good news, I have managed to build a little bit of a buffer. It's only about £12, but that could come in handy. And how I've done that is every day I have rounded up the last 3 digits of my main Starling account and my bills account and siphoned them off into a buffer pot within my Starling bank account. So I'm going to try not to touch that. Whatever happens, I'm going to try not to touch that, because that has built up over the course of 1 week. So if I can keep going at that rate without negatively impacting my my budget, because I over budget regularly on things like milk and some of my other bills, say for example, Wondershare, which is the editing suite that Lyra uses, is £20.17. I budget 21. So it's things like that that enable these slight variations, but they all build up. So I'm hoping that, well, I'm just being optimistic. I'm being optimistic, but also realistic. I'm not going to be able to afford to take the dog to the vets without my mum and dad's help. But he is our family dog. I haven't spoken to him about the food bill here because I just can't bring myself to. But the vet bill, it will need to be a phone call. So, or my dad will come home tonight and say, how much was it? And, you know, I might be able to say, can I have some money, please? But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So that is the sort of like end of week check-in, pre-check-in, check-in. We'll have a quick look in the purse. But needless to say, that made me feel a lot better because I was feeling pretty rubbish about things last night. But that made me feel a little bit better. So, what have we got? So in spending, we've got £1.50 left. We still have my voucher. Am I in shock? I tend to be quite low in the screen. Food, we do have some pound coins and some change. I'm hoping not to spend that. Fuel, We have 15, we had 30, but obviously I've had to dip into that to cover other things. Treat we haven't used in ages. Household is empty, pets is empty, receipts is empty. Back to the bank, I included this in my cash little roundup just now about money that's available to me. That will probably just stay there until my next cash stuffing anyway. And then, oh, that's my school envelope. That needs to go back downstairs. This is going back downstairs because I'm in my room again. This is going to go back into my sinking funds. That is my treat money, what's left of my treat money. So I haven't included that in my budget because that's from sinking funds, which I haven't brought in. So yeah, that is that. I hope that all made sense. I hope that somebody's able to gain some inspiration, motivation from that. It's helping me to feel accountable because very quickly I felt out of control. After one day of all that spending, I felt out of control, and yeah, I just needed to bring things in, work it all out, and keep going forward. I think the word of the week is going to be forwards. Anyway, I hope you are all well. I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.